Hey, everybody. This episode of Our Kids Play Hockey is brought to you by our title sponsor, NHL Sense Arena. Look, we all want our kids to succeed in hockey, but let's face it, finding training that's both effective and enjoyable can be a real challenge, and not to mention expensive and a total drain on time, especially if you have to drive to the rink, pay a private instructor. There's so many reasons that money gets spent on this game. But that's where NHL Sense Arena steps in. It's a virtual reality training game that brings the rink into your home that takes off-ice training to a new reality. It's designed to improve hockey sense and IQ, something that's lacking majorly in the game today for both players and goalies. And you get unlimited access to over 100 drills and training plans from top coaches and players that can be played anytime, anywhere, with drills approved by USA Hockey player and goalie development directors. Look, improving mental hockey skills at home has really never been more fun, and any hockey player that uses this is going to have a blast. All right. I've used this before on my own, and it feels like you're so immersed in an arena, you sometimes forget you have a headset on. And again, it's not being on the ice, but it allows you to work on some of these skill sets like scanning, as I said before, hockey IQ, looking around the rink, making the right plays, that getting those repetitions in now as a hockey player are super important for your development. So NHL Sense Arena is giving all the listeners an exclusive offer for $50 off an annual plan when you use our code Hockey Never Stops at checkout. Again, that's Hockey Never Stops. All you got to do is go to hockey.sensearena.com. Again, that's hockey.sensearena.com. Use the code Hockey Never Stops, and you'll save $50 on your annual plan of NHL Sense Arena. Make sure to check that out and enjoy this episode of Our Kids Play Hockey. Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world, and welcome back to another edition of The Ride to the Rink, a hit spinoff of our show, Our Kids Play Hockey, that happens in 3 to 5 minutes to give you some quick tips on your ride to the rink, how to be a better hockey player, how to be a better hockey goalie, or just a better person in general. Today's topic is 3 quick ways on how to impress your coach or coaches. This is a hot topic that we get a lot of questions about. And I want to talk to you about 3 very specific things today, keeping in mind that every coach is a different personality and a different person with different experience and different levels of engagement. But these are 3 that I think stand the test of time, no matter who's coaching you. Number 1, and this is something I want you all to remember, this phrase: great questions demand great answers. This is true whether you're broadcasting. This is true in the classroom. It's especially true on the ice rink. Your ability to formulate really great questions for your coach is going to be a great way to impress them. No coach appreciates just random, silly questions that aren't well thought out. Where am I supposed to go? Not a great question. Hey, when we're in this situation, we're playing this system, and this person does this, how would you like me to adapt to that situation? Where do you think I should go in that situation? I'd like to learn more about that. Now, that's a very specific and great question. So think twice when you're formulating your questions and when you're asking your questions. Make sure it's worth both of your time. Now, that kind of brings me to the next part of this, of phrasing your questions well, all right? And as a coach myself, there's a big difference between when a player comes up to me or a parent and goes, hey, why am I not on the power play? And, hey, what do I need to do to earn more power play time? These are some of the factors or things I've been working on, and I want to be on that power play. What do I need to do to earn that position? I ask the same thing 2 very, very different ways. I think it's very important as a player that you respect your coach and the role they've been given, whether you agree with that coach or not, and make sure that for your own reasons and for your own accountability and for your own professionalism, you ask the questions well. If there's something you want to earn, or there's a position you think you should be on that you're not, phrase that question in a way that's going to give you a good answer, or at least some ways to work towards that goal. If you don't do that, you might get a little ego back. You might get a little, don't come to me and ask me that. That's not the right way to ask me a question, or just a very short, you haven't done it. You haven't earned it. So if you want to get a great answer, ask a great question. This goes back to number 1. Last one is to be accountable. All right. We all want praise when we do something good. We make a good big play, make a big goal. Praise could be as simple as the high five or coming back to the bench and your coach saying, hey, great play. You did a great job there. Great assist, right? With that said, we should also expect constructive criticism when we do something bad, and we should want that. You should want to be coached when you do something incorrect. You want to search for that. You want to search for a coach that does that, number 1, and you want to get on a good level with your coach so that they understand that you can take constructive criticism, that you can take the feedback needed to become a better player. This is one of those things, especially in the younger ages, it can be tough You don't want to be playing in fear of making a mistake. Establish early on with your coach. I want feedback. I want to learn. Ask great questions about the mistakes you made. Hey, we just got scored on there. I think I was in the right position. Maybe I wasn't. Did you see something? What can I do to be better at this? Same thing with skills, right? I'm not scoring a lot of goals. Coach, what are some things I can do off the ice at home to help me work on my game? A lot of times, most times, poor communication leads to poor coaching. It also leads to poor players. Pick up your communication. You want to impress your coach? Going back to the beginning of the episode, ask great questions. Phrase your questions very, very well and be accountable on both sides of the puck, winning, losing, scoring, making mistakes. Be accountable to all of it. Always be learning. As a coach, when I have a player that does those three things and I know they're doing those three things, I'm impressed. That's what I want you to focus on, and that has been this ride to the rink. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at team@ourkidsplayhockey.com. Otherwise, have a great skate, have a great time, have a great game today, wherever you're doing. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.